Hey guys, I'm Janni Balaji and you're watching Beauty Bonkers. So this is my most requested video. By most requested, I mean there are definitely greater than one comment requesting me to make this video. So definitely at least 3 or 4. Okay, so that's in my opinion most requested. Anyways, I'm going to be reviewing the Tir Tir or Tir Tir. I don't know how to pronounce this, but this is the red dabba foundation that has been popular for quite some time now. I'm actually late in reviewing this, but good that I delayed it a little bit because I got like a good shade match. It's what I'm wearing on my face right now. Before you ask, the lip shade that I'm currently wearing is called Cocoa Whirl from CoverGirl Clean Satin Lipsticks. So that's the shade I'm wearing. I have a dedicated shorts video to these lipsticks. I've swatched them there in addition to another shade. Anyways, this video is going to be about the Tir Tir Cushion foundation. I'm in the shade 30N Rich Honey, so that's the shade that I'm in. I'm going to be like doing, you know, application and all of that, like oxidation test, transfer test, all of those things. If you're interested in knowing more about this foundation, please keep on watching. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel yet, what are you doing? Please subscribe and watch the video. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get into it. So let's start from the basic. This is the Tir Tir Cushion foundation. This is the mini size that I have. I do believe they have like a larger size. I got this on Prime Day for $10. So yeah, I got the shade 30N Rich Honey. They have 40 shades. That is amazing. They also have like another dabba. This one's like the red dabba and the other one is like a pink sort of a packaging. This one's supposed to be satin finish, which it is, and the pink one is a matte finish. So this is how it comes in. It's a basic cushion foundation. I've never really tried any sort of cushion foundations ever. This is my first cushion foundation. It comes in a nice red packaging. It's like this compact style packaging. It comes with an applicator, which I do recommend. That's what I used today. I did not use a sponge or a brush or anything like that. This works really well. So for once, the applicator in a product is working very well. The packaging is classy, you guys. It looks so beautiful. It has a very nice sized mirror. Like this is a very workable size, I would say. It's a very nice quality mirror, and you have like a separation for the puff and the product. And the product comes in this cushiony kind of spongy type thing. You just dip the puff in the product and then just start using it. So this is such a beautiful packaging, I would say. I really like it. It's very nice and handy. It is a little bit bulky, but it's not heavy. It's like a little bit big. That's what I wanted to say, but it does hold the applicator as well. So you don't need to carry a separate brush if you're carrying this one. It's obviously travel friendly. It looks gorgeous. I love the packaging. So the red one is what is famous. I don't see many people reviewing the pink one, or there's another color as well, I guess, but the red one is that's the most popular. So they have some claims on this product. They claim that this lasts for about 72 hours. It's satin finish. It has like good amount of coverage, and it can be used by all skin types. I am like normal skin type, I would say. I'm not too dry or too oily. I guess I'm normal. So that's the foundation that I'm wearing on my face. I do not have any concealer on. The only thing I did under my eyes is put a corrector, and then on top of that I put the foundation, like whatever was left in the puff. That's what I applied under my eyes, and I set it with powder. Rest of my face is not set with powder. Now this is transferring. You'll see in the transfer test that it does transfer a little bit, which is fine because it is a satin finish product. It's not super drying or anything. It's just like really nice and hydrating, and it blends beautifully. It just blends in seconds, and so that's why it transfers, but it still stays on my face. I do not see the product coming off my face, you know, even though it transfers, if that makes sense. So yeah, that, and also it does oxidize. You'll see in the oxidation test. I really like this product, and that's all I have to say about this product at this point of time. You can go and look at the application, and we'll be back for the final thoughts. Okay, so for the application bit of it, I think I'm going to be starting with my regular moisturizer. I have it in this huge makeup bag. I think I showed this makeup bag in my everyday makeup or travel kit or something like that. I'm going to be using my usual Embryollis cream. This is the cream or moisturizer base sort of a thing that I use before applying any sort of makeup in general. So I'm just gonna take about that much of this cream. Okay, I think that much, and then I'm just gonna I'm also going to color correct a little bit using the NYX corrector. Now let's use the Tir Tir Cushion foundation. This is the red one, as I already told you, and it's called the Mask Fit Red Cushion, and I'm in the shade 30N Rich Honey. So this is my shade. I initially thought I would be 29N, and then I did a little bit of research and then found that this might be like my perfect shade, and I think it is. I do like the shade match. Yeah, I think I really like the shade match, and I'm gonna be using the puff that comes with it, and this is how the packaging looks like. I got this for $10 on Amazon, like during the Prime Day sale, and I'm very happy about it. This is a mini one actually, but you do get like a huge compact for that. You know, there's like a separator to separate the puff and the product, and there's a mirror as well, which is excellent. So I'm just gonna like maybe put 2 fingers like that, and then like do just one press. Okay, nothing came out. Okay, this is some product. Let's just apply. I've already tried this. So that was all real time. So you saw how quick it was to blend the product in, and this puff does a great job. I don't see any product on this, which means that all of the product is on my face, and I only took a little bit and it covered my like half of my face, and you can see that it has provided me a good amount of coverage. Like this does claim that it's you know, full coverage product, and you can see that it is like a really good amount of coverage. Like all of this redness over here gone. My face looks pretty even, like you can compare. I mean, that's how it looks like. Oh my god, like look at the glow and the perfection in coverage. I really like the coverage, the way it looks. It just evened out my skin tone. Let's finish applying this, then we'll talk more about it. Again, taking that much. Oh my god, you guys, that's perfect application. I don't know why I keep wanting to blend, but it's actually, you know, well blended, and it actually looks pretty even and nice. I'm just like trying to find out if there are spots that I've left out, you know, if there's like a gap or something, because I'm not used to this kind of a puff. Okay, one thing I'm noticing is that do not go over your face with this edge. It will leave like streak marks. Try to blend it from the center like that. Don't go like that, because that is leaving lines on my face, whereas if I go like this, it looks super smooth. And I do see that even if I go over the same area twice, it doesn't pick the product back up on the puff. That's amazing, you know. I feel like a brush or a sponge would do that. If you want like a very natural sort of a coverage, maybe use a sponge and like go over your entire face once again to tone down the coverage. But if you're okay with this coverage, go ahead, flaunt it. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Also, do not hold the sponge like with one finger. If 2 of your fingers comfortably fit in this particular loop of the sponge, then go ahead, put 2 fingers in the loop over here, and then do the blending, because one kind of, you know, I lose my grip if it's not 2. So yeah, I think you should like use 2 fingers like that and blend it. And this claims that it is kind of like a satin finish, and that's what you see. That's exactly what you see. It claims that it's full coverage. It is full coverage. It claims that it is satin finish. It is satin finish. Look at that glow. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and I love the coverage. I think, yeah, I think that's all I have to talk about this product. We'll finish this makeup look, and then I'll come back and let you know my final thoughts, before which I think we should do the transfer test. So let's do the transfer test. Meanwhile, I went ahead and applied like a fresh swatch over here. After a few minutes, I'll do one more swatch and we'll see if this oxidizes. Every foundation oxidizes, no big deal. So I just wanted to like do the test. So let's do the transfer test. I think it's been like 4 or 5 minutes since I applied this foundation. I think we'll do it on this side, because this side was the side that I applied it first. So I'm just gonna like press it nicely. Okay, there is transfer. Hope you can see that there is a lot of transfer. So I think you would want to set this foundation with a powder. I do not see the foundation wearing off my face. It like maybe came off a little bit, but I guess that's fine. I think that's normal for satin foundation. It doesn't claim that it's matte or anything. It does claim it's long lasting, but I do see some foundation on the face, so which means that it does last in spite of it being transferable. So yeah, I think I might as well do this side and kind of remove the excess. I feel like that kind of toned down the look and kind of made it look nice. Yeah, you know, in my opinion, even though it transfers a little bit, it does stay on the face, so not a problem. This is the finished look. I promised you like an oxidation kind of a test. My lipstick is good, but I think I kind of overlined or something. Anyways, so this is the old swatch. Let's do a fresh swatch right next to it and see if it's like oxidizing. I don't see that it has changed a lot of color onto my face. I haven't applied anything but a bronzer, so I purposely applied a powder bronzer to see if it is blending on top of this foundation. It does blend beautifully, no issues with that, and I haven't set my face or anything. So I'm gonna do like another swatch right next to it. So this is a fresh swatch. Okay, so this is like not much oxidation, you guys. In fact, I like the color after it has oxidized, so I feel like yeah, the oxidized one is better. There is a very slight amount of oxidization, no big deal, not a problem. So this is the fresh swatch and this is the older swatch. This has oxidized a little bit. No issues, no complaints. So that's the finished look, you guys. That's the final bit of this video. I'm gonna share my final thoughts with you guys. If you're wondering whether or not to pick this product up, do pick it up. I'm in the shade 30 and Rich Honey. If we are shade twins, then this shade is like perfect. Like you can see, it just looks so well. I really like this product. It just blends like butter. Anytime I want a full coverage, I think I will be grabbing this. The shade match is on point. The coverage is so nice, and it does last well. I wore this once or twice before, and I did notice that it was pretty long lasting. So beautiful coverage, nice finish, long lasting, applies like butter, looks really nice on the skin, evened out my skin tone really well. Overall, I would rate this 5 on 5. Love this, you guys. Do get it if you are contemplating whether or not to buy it. That's it for today's video. I hope you found this useful. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please share, comment, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time in another interesting video. Until then, it's take it, bye bye from Janni Balaji. Bye.